All right. So hopefully you can hear me. I got the microphone pointed towards you. We're playing Minecraft, and well, our daughter was detained for a little bit, and we thought we had time, but she's back. But we're gonna get this done, and this might not be the 20 or 30 minute one. This might be short.
Yeah.
So first match: Bad Luck Fale versus Ibushi Kota. I honestly thought that match was a train wreck. I really did. It was no. Now here's the thing. Fale didn't wrestle bad.
No.
He did his thing. He was polished.
Yeah.
He's great. Ibushi Kota, polished and great. It's not the wrestling ability. It's just that those two just don't mix.
Mm-mm.
You know. Now here's the thing. I like the match because I like the match because it's such a clash of styles. But I don't like that their styles clashed. If that makes any sense. You like the idea of a movie. You like the characters in the movie. You just don't like the execution of the characters in the movie. It just didn't make you feel right for it. Like, what's that movie? Was it Gladiator or something? Or what movie the dude kept crying? Gladiator. The characters were okay. The movie had great scenery. Soundtrack was good. You know, the soundtrack went with the movie, so it felt right. But that one dude just jacked it up. Like, he's just gonna cry again. That one dude said in the audience, and that's probably where we were like, he's just gonna cry again. And it was just a downer. You know, that's what was happening. And this is hard to explain this because, as I say, I like the wrestlers, and I thought they did everything for themselves right. It just didn't click with me.
I feel like Fale is never allowed to show up because if Fale could actually show up, he would be undefeated.
He would be. Now, if Fale, yeah, as you say, if he could show up, and that's one of the things, he had to weirdly sell things.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't, that's what I'm saying, they didn't mix because Fale couldn't do right.
And in the very least, that grenade didn't go up. I think that's the dumbest move. I just do. And I'm glad that Kota kicked out.
They always kick out.
No, they didn't used to, but they do now.
Yeah, he had a different finisher, so they kick out. That's just how that roll. When you get a new finisher, the old one, they kick out. Who won that match? Was it
Kota?
Kota won. Oh man, and the finish made sense. I'm gonna give it that. If it Bomaye, and then double wrist clutch knee bomb, as he calls the Kamigoye. So, you know, okay, Kamigoye for the win.
Yeah.
And it made sense. It did good. I just couldn't fall into that match like I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
That was my issue. I just could not fall into it. So, Kota wins. Well, Ibushi wins. So, next match, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay.
That was a good match.
That match was 4 stars.
That was a good match, and I like how you could tell that they had wrestled each other before, many times before, although we've never seen it in New Japan. But Zack had Will's number because Will's hurt.
Yep.
He had a big old target on his neck, and
look, an aerial assault person like Will Ospreay should never be able to beat someone like Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
But Will Ospreay, what Zack Sabre Jr. did was he aided in showing that Will Ospreay can actually do a lot of mat style wrestling.
Yes, he did a lot of mat style wrestling. It was surprising. I'm like, where has this been?
Yeah, where has this been? What?
It's so with the add his versatility and him not pissing us off, although I'm sure that's not his concern. But still,
he's still gonna mess up and go back to his whole, his little wheelhouse, his little hamster, and just be all over the place again. But at the same time, he showed great versatility. Will Ospreay has shown a power game. We know that he's, I like the moniker though, aerial assassin. He's shown he can go real technical style against Okada Kazuchika. He's shown that he's got that British style, catch as catch can style wrestling, that World of Sports style wrestling of Zack Sabre Jr. and what's really common over there in Great Britain. Will Ospreay impressed me. He lost. He tapped out brutally, but he impressed me. Zack Sabre Jr. made Will Ospreay impress me even further. So that was good. I'm happy happy about that. So Zack Sabre wins. You know, ground octopus stretch.
Yeah,
You know,
he started tapping immediately. He had
Yeah.
absolutely no choice. Zach had ground his neck into meat paste.
Yep. The ground version of the Majigatame. Yep. So, you know, Zack Sabre wins. That was good. He deserved that win. It just made sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what? They get on my nerves equally. They do. But Zack's game is just better.
Yeah.
Okay, Okada Kazuchika, which for some reason they keep calling Kazuchiko. This ain't Mexico.
I don't know.
In Kazuchika, Mexico, yeah, be a girl. You know, but okay, Okada Kazuchika versus Lance Archer. And I'm gonna tell you right now, New Japan, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Seriously, fuck fuck y'all. Alright, I just want y'all to understand that. Alright? Because Okada got dusted. He got squashed.
The whole match.
Whole damn match. Whole match. Lance Archer showed even more skill. The rope walk and you know, obviously rope assisted moonsault. It actually just jumped. That was a springboard, not a swan dive. That was a springboard moonsault onto Okada.
It wasn't moonsault because it wasn't backwards, was it?
Yes, it was backwards. He flipped backwards. That's what I remember.
Okay.
I remember him flipping backwards. Now, if he didn't, it was a cartwheel, and it's still awesome.
Yeah.
It's still awesome. And then, you know, Okada with like 3 wrist clutch lariats, not really good. I'll call them clotheslines. And then
Lance
rolling lariat didn't do well. Lance did a standing lariat
and laid him smooth out.
Laid to the bone. And I was like, he did his better. And then Okada, after all this punishment, he gets about 3 or 4 common moves in, and then he gets his lariat in, which looked good.
But he shouldn't have got the win with it.
He should have not kicked out of that choke slam.
That choke slam was off the chain, man. I haven't seen a choke slam done that well in maybe 20 years.
911, who did not innovate the choke slam, but was the first to use it. He did it always well, but Lance Archer has really taken the choke slam to a new level. Everyone want to say Big Evil, the American Badass, you know, Mean Mark Callis, you know, the Undertaker. He's the best. No. Now the one he put on Shane McMahon, that was
sweet.
Yeah.
Everything that he did as American Badass was outstanding.
And then they took that away.
Then they made him,
They made him dead.
Made him dead again.
But Okada, you know, he wins weekly, bitch-madely, but he won.
Yeah.
So then we go to Sonata and Kenta, which was the most surprising outcome of the whole thing, because Kenta squashed Sonata. Sonata was like, I'm just going to just be your bitch.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do whatever you want me to do and just let you look good.
Yeah, he put him over and over and over and over.
I think he wanted to blow up. She was far away from me. Okay. So, it don't make any sense. Now, Kenta, I'll be honest with you, he looked good because Sonata let him look good. Because when the match was about to start and Sonata was taking his gear off, I was like, why does he look like that? And, you know, he just made Kenta look good, and Kenta acted like, you know how this is, and I'm just better than you. And I'm just like, man. So I was just waiting for the 1, 2, 3 for Kenta to win, and then Sonata put the dragon sleeper on Skull Inn, as he calls it.
I like that name.
I like Skull Inn is good.
Yeah.
You know, but he puts that on. He does well. Obviously back and forth, getting out of it and whatnot. But then he got it on. He started swinging them. And then he got him down on the ground into it. And I was like, okay, Kenta ain't the one that's going to just tap out, though. So I was like, I'm waiting for it. As soon as that arm dropped, because once the arm dropped, the ref should just call it. If the ref ain't going to call it, then Sonata is going to do moonsault pin.
Yep.
That's if y'all haven't caught on to that, that's how that rolled. And when that arm dropped, I was like, he going up top. I said he going up top.
Scrambled up there and moonsaulted.
I love when Sonata goes for that moonsault. He glances back like, "You still there?" And Kenta didn't get in position. Sonata didn't slide in position. Sonata's like, "I'm just gonna do this the way it is." And he got the 1, 2, 3. I was happy about that. That was awesome. So now after so Sonata wins. Kenta goes home. Next, you got Evil versus Tanahashi Hiroshi, and I'm gonna tell you, Evil should main event. Tanahashi Hiroshi, he should main event depending upon, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Evil carried his ass through that match.
Evil carried Tanahashi through the match.
Evil carried him through that match.
Evil carried Tanahashi through the match the way Tanahashi carried him 2 years ago.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Because during those first few matches, I think there was like 4 or 5 times, and it was like crickets with no legs. It was terrible watching Evil in those few matches. But he has blossomed a lot since then, and now
I told Caesar, I said, you give Evil a year or two, he's gonna be main eventing. He's gonna be main eventing.
And you were right. But Tanahashi, I like Tanahashi. I do. I like his entrance. I like his gear.
I love his hair. He's a cutie.
I like how he wrestles smart, but here lately, I'm just tired of him.
See, what's happening to you is what happened to me about 5, maybe 7 years ago. I watched 4 major events from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tanahashi was main eventing all of that stuff. He was champion or what? I think he was champion then, and I'm like, he's gonna win. And I got tired of him. I was like, I don't even know who this guy really is. He's the ace of New Japan, and he's just winning all the time. I'm like, I got bored. I'm like, it was even winning the non-title matches. I'm like, I just don't care. And so it's happening to you. But as I said, Tanahashi's working hard to stay relevant. Because once you hit 39 or 40, New Japan throw you out. You're out.
And the problem that he has is his knees are shot. He's not like Kojima or Yuji.
He needs to get knee replacements.
They're older, but they don't have any body parts that are shot.
Nope. And if they do, you can't
tell. Whereas Tanahashi, his knees are shot.
When he used to do 5 to 8 frog splashes a damn match, that it took its toll faster on him than it did Keiji, because Keiji would do 1 to 2 moonsaults a match.
Over what, 30, 35 years?
Yep. With Tanahashi, he didn't start having knee problems until probably about 7, 8 years ago. But they was already developing. It just, you can't take a break. You got to wrestle. You don't wrestle, you don't eat. So,
less than that. For Japan, ain't got nothing to do if you don't wrestle, you don't eat. If you don't wrestle, you might as well be dead.
Yeah.
They fucking forget about you.
And you think it's bad there. It's terrible in WWE. Rey Mysterio Jr., he got messed up. He got hurt. He had to leave. Then they tried to make him work hurt. But he couldn't because he got injured again because he was working hurt. He couldn't do the things as polished as he could. He got hurt. And then they said, okay, you know what? Wellness program, you're fired. Well, not fired, but we release you from your contract. And then we release you to the music that you made, that you wrote, that you sang, but owned by WWE because, that's the only way you're going to get any popularity with that music. Now, anywhere you go, you use that music, they got to quiet the music because we own it. Because I was like, how does Ray music get drowned out? And it's his music, and that's how. Because WWE is greedy. And look, I thought this main event match could have been a lot better. It really could have. It was okay. Evil carried him. In a sense, it could almost be a passing of the torch, but Tanahashi Hiroshi, he won. He got the win, although he honestly shouldn't have. He really shouldn't have. The way he worked in that match, no, he shouldn't have won. Not by a damn sight. And we know if Evil got a hold of the Sasori Gatame, Tanahashi, if he didn't tap, that people would have been mad. But the fans didn't want Evil to win. They love their ace. He's the face, he's the ace. That's how that go. I'm not happy with it. I like to go with what makes sense. Damn if the fans like it or not. Because if the fans hate it because they hate the bad guy, that's fine. But if they just hate it because the company and the booking is stupid, that's bad. you got to figure out which is which.
Mm-hmm.
Ghetto being who he is, where he is, for as long as he's been, what I can say to a lot of children, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the age where you know better. You're at your career where you know better. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like what Ghetto was doing that made, Koji Kanemoto and Shinjiro Otani, Keiji Muto, and others leave New Japan in the first place. Their greatest stars left inside of 6 months because of crap like this. Everything that made New Japan as great as it was all throughout the 90s vanished. And when we started watching it, we was able to actually see it on TV. We saw all these weird new people that made no sense. They were not New Japan style. They didn't look like they were mainly from every other place but Japan. And then slowly but surely, Japan new young lions started coming out and filling in the roster. And that's where you get all these other ones that are, well, now they're WWE and returning from WWE and all this other stuff. And yeah, so bad booking will make people leave. I don't have anything else to say,
No, that's it.
All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed this and stuff. I want to give a shout out to T Jones. I want to give a shout out to BRQ or Beer Q on Twitter. And anyone else that watched this, hey, comment. Let me know who you are. I know who T Jones is. I know Dow Jones. But who are you? I want to know you. Let's have a conversation. Let me shout you out. I want to be like, hey, to this person, to that person. I miss doing that. I did that back in the day a little bit. When I first got started. So help me, because I want to know you. So this has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning and CR Fire Pro Road, CR Wrestling Commentary, and CJ Owens for The Wicked Orchard. You can find her on Medium, find her on YouTube. Thank you for listening.